Welcome to Day 4 of our 10-day stay on MicroTech, where we try to perform a different gameplay activity each day, all centered around a single planet. This is all spurred by conversations CIG has had about wanting to stimulate more planet-centric gameplay that keeps players closer to a single planetary body before feeling like they have to move on.
I have a nice activity planned for today.
Well then, let's go! So each day, we perform a different activity for several hours, a minimum of 2, but usually much more, to see if there is enough gameplay of a single activity to support doing it long term. To keep with the planet-centric experience, we're limiting our range to just the planet of MicroTech and its immediate moons. So, what did you have in mind for us today, Mobi?
Today we are going to do some FPS mining, or hand mining. Normally, I would suggest we use our prospector and search for gems on the surface of the moons, or MicroTech itself, but recent changes to the scanning range for hand-mined rocks has made that too difficult.
We did a video about that just recently, didn't we?
It was actually you and the Read organization that did the testing. You left me behind to do the editing on your next video.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. So where are we going?
We are going to go look for hand-mineable gems in the caves. I've searched the available missions that would mark cave locations, and found 4 in the area of MicroTech.
This one on the planet itself sounds pretty cool. Let's accept that one and fly to the coordinates.
For most of the caves, we will have to quantum to the closest location, and fly in from there.
Sounds good.
I've picked up an object at long range. Projecting data to display.
Seems to be a freelancer right near our cave location. This could be problematic. If they're in the cave, then they're probably mining some of the best rocks. And you know how many of the cave miners operate. They shoot first and ask questions later.
They're a trigger-happy bunch for sure.
We might be in a bit of luck here though. Even though it shows that no one is in the pilot seat, which I would expect, it also shows the owner as unknown. That usually means that the player is logged out of the game in some way and left their ship behind at this location. Still though, we'll be on our guard and get our guns ready.
I took the liberty of purchasing you a Novikov armor suit. I think it will be perfect for this operation. Not only does it have a very large carrying capacity, but it's also considered a heavy armor in case we run into trouble.
Good thinking. You're always looking out for me, Mobi.
I'm more than just eye candy.
We'll also make sure our multi-tool is equipped and has the orbit mining attachment. Tell you what, I noticed our hydrogen fuel was down to 74%. I'll leave the engines running with you here to watch over the ship while I go do some mining. Just keep the comms open in case anything happens.
I'd rather go into the cave.
Come on, Mobi, I really need you here.
All right, I'll stay. Begrudgingly.
On this mining trip, I'm just gonna grab everything, whatever it is the first rocks are that we come across. Here's what looks like some dolivine. What can you tell me about that?
Dolivine is the least expensive hand mineable, selling at about 130 alpha UEC per unit. It has a high instability which will make mining it more difficult than some of the other gems.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and grab it along with any other gems we find. Here's some aphrite.
Aphrite is worth a little more at around 150 alpha UEC per unit, and is one of the easiest to mine with low instability and relatively low resistance.
Excellent! I found some hadnite here. What's the scoop on this one?
Hardonite is almost twice as valuable as the other gems at around 275 alpha UEC per unit. It has a little higher resistance than the others, but is still relatively easy to mine.
Wow, we're having to drop down pretty deep. Okay, Mobi, I've come to a fork in the tunnel. I can go left or right. Any suggestions?
I loaded some flares into your inventory. I suggest placing one and activating it at the end of the passageway you came down. This way, you'll know the way back, and be able to distinguish the right and left tunnels in case you get disoriented.
Alright, the flare is in place, I'm going to scout up to the right first, then proceed farther down into the cave on the left. I've been mining here a while. Let's check our inventory and see how much we've got. We're at 51%. I've also noticed that our oxygen is falling.
We'll have to keep an eye on our O2 levels and use an oxy pen if necessary.
We've hit an area of weather here in the cave. It's making it really challenging to see my mining readout. Is this normal?
I'm not sure, but my readings indicate that it has refilled your oxygen levels, so at least that's a good thing.
Alright, looks like we're at 100% capacity, and I'll follow the way out. Those flares I laid down are helping mark some of the trickier turns. Getting lost down here would be so easy.
My scanners also showed you were generally hugging the right wall on the way in, which allowed you to keep the wall to your left on the way out. It's a good strategy.
I thought it was pretty smart.
You do have your moments.
Not many of them, but you do have them.
Back to the surface. Man, I love this Origin 315P. Our hydrogen fuel generated while idling back up to 100%. That freelancer is still there. Guess we were right, not really occupied. But now, it's off to New Babbage to see what we got.
I could easily have done the calculation, but this reveal is more exciting.
Your humanistic qualities never fail to amaze me, Mobi. And look, 5850 for the Dolivine, 6100 for the Aphorite, and 12,375 for the Hadnite, for a grand total of 24,325. That's a nice haul.
I thought this 10 Days on MicroTech series was not about making a lot of money, but more about the variety and extent of gameplay.
Well, it is, but it's still always nice to make some cash.
I can't argue with that. After all, I'm very high maintenance.
And that caving experience, the ambiance, the challenge of keeping your bearings, it just feels good.
I wouldn't know. You made me stay in the ship.
Hey, I needed someone on the lookout in case that freelancer pilot logged back in.
Next time I'm coming with you.
Alright, fair enough. Wait, are you dropping a hint for a future video?
Sweetie, you will have to subscribe to the channel and follow the story if you want to find out.